Do it.
I'm sorry?
I'll do it.
Time's up. That's the name of this SCP anyway. I mean, SCP-4975, time's up. So, there's a lot of people out there who asked us to, whenever we did the Dr. Bob reaction to 2071, there were a lot of people out there who said, we want more. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm always willing to...
Jesus Christ, Aaron. Okay.
So, yeah. We were scouring around and just going through the channel, and then I saw this one, which looked very striking. I mean, just... You see, in terms of visuals, everyone talks about SCP-096, the 682, the unkillable reptile.
I have ADD, and I can't remember numbers on fucking any of them.
It's fine.
I can't even remember the number of my favorite one right now.
I remember the one that you...
I have to describe them to people if I'm talking about them.
I remember the one that you... that whenever we were writing... whenever we were going through the writing process of the most recent one, I remember... Actually, I think you did remember the number on that one. Or at least you remembered the...
Couldn't tell you what it is right now.
The object. Oh, really? I remember it. It's because the number's been ingrained into my brain over the last couple months in terms of trying to get the script finished and everything. Which we just had our script supervisor transcribe fully for us, and we're in pre-production, and God, I'm still blown away at just how fast Jacob's mowing through the storyboarding process. But yeah, in the interim, like it's taken us a while to get to SCP stuff because we have been planning to do this project for over 2 years. Literally over like I remember it was April of 2020. It was April. It was actually earlier than that. It was around 2019 when we started formulating the idea, and then in 2020 we started to build the set at Micah's workshop, and then COVID.
Yep.
And that basically iced everything that we had planned. I remember we had to tear the set down at Micah's in a day because of a moving plan that was in place at Micah's workshop, which, you know, that sucked, but at the same time, we learned a lot, and we got the set moved. I'm happy about that, but at the same time, I really wish that we were able to, we were able to proceed a lot sooner than what we had. But here we are now. The offer was made. Our short film, SCP: The Offer, which you can check out down below, and also you can check out our Kickstarter for the Class R Chronicles, which hopefully you all will check out. We've actually had members from the SCP community contact us and say, "Hey, we like this, man. We wanna see more of this," and they've told us that that they're gonna try and help support us in getting this made. In which,
when Nate told me that today, I was like, that makes me so relieved, because the number one thing that my anxiety told me whenever I had this idea originally was, if you guys try to do your own thing within this lore, you're going to fuck something up, and everybody's going to rip you a new one for it.
In which,
and I'm really glad to hear that people from the community are like, I like this. And I'm like, cool, that means we didn't fuck something up.
Yeah, and the one who I was in contact with, damn it. Sorry. Let me actually make sure I get his, like, full name right and everything. Sherman. The Sherm, Theron Sherman. That's his YouTube channel and his TikTok. Let's see, Site 42 Productions. He has... I'm trying to make sure I get it all right, because I don't want to butcher it. like I do everything else. And plus, sorry about that. Again, I'm just going to switch to OBS. Starting tomorrow, I'm switching to OBS completely. Fuck Streamlabs OBS. This thing has been nothing but a pain in the neck. And, yeah. Anyway, I'm just glad that we were able to get in contact with amazing people from the community. And hopefully we're able to get this made. And I can't wait for you all to see what we have in store. We put a lot of love and effort into this. And the SCP fandom, we hope that you all will enjoy it. But for right now, let's go ahead and get into this animation. This is Dr. Bob, SCP-4975. Time's up. Here we go. Oh, get up on screen. And there we go.
You're deep in the middle of a late-night study session when you hear something. It's a sort of clicking sound. You try to ignore it and get back to your books, but there it is again. You turn up your music. There. That's better. It was probably nothing. Just the house creaking. But no, there it is again. You need to figure out what is causing this. You look around. Is it coming from outside your window? Another click. It's definitely coming from outside. You slowly make your way to the window. It's dark out, and you can't see anything with the glare. Slowly, you reach out, grab the window, pull it open.
No, don't open.
Nope, I wouldn't do that.
Nothing. You stick your head out and look around, but there's nothing to see. You close the window and go back to studying, but then it happens again. The next morning, you're eating breakfast when you start to hear that clicking noise again, but still, nothing is there. On the bus, you could swear it's coming from the seat right behind you. No sign of anything once again. You're in the middle of your test. Vertebrae are connected to each other by... what's the word? It's not going quite as well as you hoped.
Discs.
It was hard to study last night with the constant clicking, but you're giving it your best. At least the noise has stopped, so you can concentrate for a bit. You jump up and look behind you, determined to catch what's making this noise. But there's nothing there. You look around at your confused classmates before sheepishly sitting back down. The cracking noise is almost endless now. You can hardly go a moment without hearing it. It goes on like this for months and months. No one else can hear it,
Slowly
and
driving
no one
you
seems
insane.
to believe you. On one level, you've been able to get used to it, but on another, you never have adjusted to the constant clicking that follows you everywhere you go. You're sitting on the floor of your room, concentrating, focusing hard, trying to will the noise out of your mind. You clench your eyes shut as hard as you can and put all of your mental energy towards stopping the noise, when just then, it's gone. No more clicks. You open your eyes. Could this be it? Could it all be over?
It is. Just...
You turn around to see it, but it's too late. What you have just witnessed is a textbook example of an SCP-4975 attack, an anomaly that has been aptly nicknamed Time's Up. SCP-4975 is a tall, thin entity
That's
with some vaguely avian features,
terrifying.
most notably a beak. Its long limbs lack any distinct digits, instead tapering off into formless nubs, and a thick, hardened layer of dark skin covers its entire body, including its beak.
That's... yeah.
In addition to its striking appearance, SCP-4975 is perhaps best known for the distinctive clicking sound that it makes. The vertebrae in its long neck are not connected by any intervertebral discs or other tendons, and each of these neck bones appears to be able to move independently of one another. It rotates these vertebrae constantly, one at a time, from bottom to top, ending at its head, creating a constant swinging motion of the head back and forth.
Jesus.
It is each movement of these vertebrae that produces the distinctive clicking or cracking sound. SCP-4975's primary behavior is the pursuit and stalking of human beings. Once it has chosen a target, for reasons that still remain unknown, it will begin to follow them, and only the target will be able to hear the clicking sound, though they won't be able to determine where the sound is actually coming from. SCP-4975 will continue to stalk its victims for an extended period of time, as long as 10 months or more, until at some point it stops swinging its head, the clicking sounds cease, and 4975 attacks. In an attack, SCP-4975 uses its long appendages to club and tear the victim apart, after which it will consume them. often starting while the victim is still alive.
Damn.
One single human-sized cadaver appears to be enough to last SCP-4975 for several months, after which it will target a new prey and begin the process all over again. Evidence of SCP-4975 has been found as far back as 1538, with a creature very similar to it appearing in numerous German folktales. Multiple artistic depictions from the time also show a large, black avian creature that can only be assumed to be the same anomaly. In what should be a bit of good news, SCP-4975 is currently in containment at an SCP Foundation facility, where it is confined to a standard steel containment cell. However, as you'll soon see, this containment has not resulted in the end of SCP-4975 attacks, and reports of new incidents continue to come in. In one such report from the Black Forest region of Germany, Foundation agents were investigating the case of a local man who had reported that he had been hearing a rhythmic clicking sound for over 4 months. The man assumed he was being stalked, or was the subject of a cruel prank, and asked the local authorities to look into the matter. The Foundation agents took the man into custody, giving the cover story to the local police that the man had been experiencing auditory hallucinations and paranoia as a side effect of an experimental chemotherapy he had been receiving. The agents took the man to the last place he had heard the clicking sound, which was a wooded area. As they walked through the forest, the man grew increasingly nervous, until he stopped and pointed at a tree, claiming that it was where the sound was coming from. The man froze in fear as the agents drew their weapons and prepared to inspect the tree. They split up and with a tactical efficiency circled the tree on either side to find nothing. At the same time, the man screamed, pointing at a creature the agents could not see that the man claimed was coming for him. The man was thrown to the ground by his invisible assailant and struck multiple times. The agents attempted to attack where it seemed the invisible creature should be, but their fists and weapons passed through the air as if nothing was there.
Ah, damn.
Another agent attempted to drag the man away, but he was pinned down by a mysterious force. A large wound began to appear on the man's midsection as his abdomen was opened up. Still unable to move the man or stop whatever it was that was attacking him, and with no other options, a Foundation agent took out his gun and terminated the man. Moments later, as the agents looked on, strips of flesh began to be torn from the body and vanish, as if an invisible creature was feeding on the deceased man. But this invisible attack wasn't even the strangest part. At the exact moment the man in Germany was killed and devoured by an unseen force, SCP-4975 was observed to be standing motionless, staring at the southeastern corner of its containment cell, and it was no longer clicking its neck. Any human contact with SCP-4975 has been disallowed, and all current research into the creature has been temporarily ceased, though it has been classified as Euclid. Following these continued attacks and the bizarre behavior it exhibits as they take place, reclassification to Keter class is pending. In the event that a containment breach takes place, it is official Foundation policy that any personnel who begin hearing a persistent, rhythmic cracking noise are to isolate themselves from other staff and calmly wait for SCP-4975 to be returned to its chamber, or for the noises to stop. Perhaps as you wait for the clicking noise to cease, you can amuse yourself with an old German nursery rhyme that is believed to have been written about SCP-4975. Its translation goes, "Tick-tock, the cuckoo clock ticks. Cuckoo, the bird inside sings. As ticks the time, so ticks your heart. May you live long as you hear its song. Listen close, for when it stops, the hatchling comes out of its home. Did you hear it? Did it stop? My child, it meant your time was up." Now go and watch another entry from the files of Dr. Bob, and make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single anomaly as we delve further and further into the SCP Foundation's classified archives.
So
I had not heard of that one before.
Me neither. Right now I think they're in the let's see, SCP Foundation. There we are. Yeah, they're in the 6,000s now.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they go in series numbers.
Yeah, 4,000s. Damn. They're in the they're There's the 4000 series, the 5000 series.
If you click on 7 and go to the end, you can see what the last one was, pretty much.
Basically, yeah. A lot of them are marked as access denied. Those are ones that haven't been discovered yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but oh gosh.
Access denied may actually be how they do like a reserved slot or whatever.
I gotta see it. Is it here? Yep, SCP number 6969. The joke is sex. I knew it. I knew it had to be something. The joke that is sex. Uh-oh. Should we? Is that 315?
Yeah.
Why not? Keter. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, there's... Oh. It's like something that deals with body horror. Ugh. Damn.
I can't skim that fast. So.
Sorry. My brain. That's how my brain works. Self-censoring global neutralization would emit...
Oh, it's the designation for a thaumaturgic biological process which occurs during ejaculation.
Yeah. That's...
Fuck.
That's... Ugh. That hurts to think about. Okay, well...
I'm assuming the time's up thing, though, it sounds like it can hold still and, like, project itself across time and space, like, to eat stuff outside of itself.
Well, yeah, well, in all honesty, man, I mean, I don't know. The whole thing with friggin', like, how this SCP works, I mean, it's obviously a parable of, like, the old German fairy tale of, the bird, the cuckoo clock. And also, in terms of its invisibility, even though it's under containment, it still feeds. That's one of the more damning things about it, which... That's it's pretty hardcore, not gonna lie. And also the music they had playing in the background was pretty awesome too.
Yeah. It's a pretty creepy and metal SCP.
Very, very metal SCP. Well, Dr. Bob, thank you very much for that. I'm horrified. Kind of. So, hopefully you all enjoyed this SCP. This was sorry, that's a business thing. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed. If you want to see more from Dr. Bob, click the name and the title of the video. And if you want to see more from us, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and also don't forget to check out our SCP project that we have going on in the links in the description and in the comment section down below. Thank you again for tuning in, and until next time, I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
We'll see you then, everybody. Peace out.